On today's episode, we travel to South Korea on Asiana Business Class, their newest cabin on this 1.5-hour flight west. So join us as we experience this cabin and feature this airline for the first time on our channel. We will show you how our check-in experience, the lounge available here at the Osaka Kansai Airport, and the experience on board. Watch all the way to the end as we will let you know how much we were able to score these seats for. We start our journey from the Westin Osaka Hotel and catch the train to the airport. This was the best option for us to get to the airport, especially given the time of the day. One mistake we made is not buying our train ticket ahead of time, as we missed the train just as we got to the platform due to complications when purchasing the ticket. The journey to the airport took about 50 minutes from Osaka Station. We're traveling out of Terminal 1, so let's get checked in. Check-in process was quick and there were no complications. Now to security and immigration. Alright, so we all just checked in and now we're gonna go into security, immigration, and then being able to see if we can get access to the lounge. As for immigration and security, there's a fast-track lane dedicated for premium passengers, which made the process fast and easy. Alright, so we went through immigration and went through all the checks. We're out of Japan now, even though we're still at the airport, but we're now at the secure area, so now we're gonna go and find the lounge. Now let's head to the lounge to relax a bit before departure. The lounge that we had access with this ticket is the ANA lounge located near the gate 15. This lounge is really basic. It looks dated and the food option is not great. There are other priority pass lounges here and I will suggest that you use that instead if you have the pass. We spent only a few minutes there and grabbed a quick bite before going to the gate to board. I was surprised that United flies out of Kansai to Guam. I was under the impression that there are no US bound flights from Kansai. Maybe this is a route that we can explore in the future. Here's our fleet taking us across to Seoul. I have flown on Asiana in 2011, but it has been a long time since then. So I'm excited to see what they have to offer now. We are now boarding with a few minutes delay. As we board, we spot the AirAsia X that will be taken soon to Sydney from Kuala Lumpur. So stay tuned for that video. Sorry. I mean 4G.
Yay! My business class.
No, sit over there. And you're sitting over here. Welcome to AirAsia Airbus 350-900. This is a stunning cabin as it is the most modern of the two ones that we took. Obviously the kids were unaware of the sitting in business class and they were really excited for this. Let's get familiar with this cabin and then let's talk about the amenities available on this flight. Alright guys, welcome on our first ANA flight review, and we're sitting right now in row 6, so I am on basically 6D in here, actually 6G, and Abigail is 6D, and we're basically going to be reviewing this seat and letting you guys know how it goes and documenting all of our experience throughout this flight. So let's review what's around here first. First of all, around here you have a huge TV right now in front of you. It's not a touch screen, so you gotta use the remote for it. And here you do have the area where you can put your feet on. Underneath here you do have an extra cubby storage space. And this is on the A350-900. And you do have here, which is where your tray table will go. And we'll put this back, but this is where it goes. Store that. And then on this side here, you have a little bit of storage space, and then where your armrest can go. Then you do have a controller right here, and then you do have a seat controller over here as well. And then on the bottom here, you do have a power outlet that's there, which is really good for you to charge your belongings. There's additional seat controller here. And here you do have headphones jack, and then here you do have USB as well. Then you do have a light on this side here. As for privacy, there's not really a whole lot of privacy. You can be able to see people next to you. Just a little bit of a privacy if they're sitting in front of you, but if they're next to you, you can definitely see them. And then if you're traveling with somebody, this here is actually the best seat for you to have because you're traveling with that person. But also you can have this one here, but it's a little bit further apart. So Abigail's sitting right there. Sammy and Mommy are sitting up there. So they get to actually sit next to each other. But in here, we're here, you can see each other. Yeah, but this is how the seat looks like. As far as the amenity, they give you slippers on this short flight here, so it looks pretty cool. And then you also get headphones for you to watch a movie with it. So I think that's as far as the amenity that is given to you on this flight. On this cabin here, the configuration is 1, 2, 1, and then it's about 28 seats here. But if you are sitting here, you will see that it is staggered, at least on the window seats. If you are in the even number, you are closer to the window. If you're in the odd number, you are away from the window. So just keep that in mind when booking the actual window seats.
So, on the flight, they give our kids like a play thing to do. You can get different animals, and you can also make some origamis with them, and you have some other stuff. So let's open it and see what we've got. We've got this, and now we have the panda origami right over here. You have a pandas. I don't know what this is. We have a fox. Oh, never mind. This is a frog. Oops. We got a elephant also, a baby chick, and one last thing. I have no idea what this is. It looks like a monster, but I think it's a monster.
We are now ready to push back, taxi, and depart. One thing that was missing on this flight was no pre-departure drink. Not a big deal, but it's kind of a missing element in premium cabin. Let's look at the entertainment option available here. The TV is not a touchscreen, and because of that, you will have to use the remote control. It was nevertheless responsive. The entertainment screen is dated and it needs to be refreshed, but they had lots of options for movies. We are ready to take off. As we take off, this is where I would like to ask if you are enjoying this video so far for you to smack the like button, and if you're not a subscriber, consider subscribing, as they are the easiest way for you to support this channel. If you'd like to support us further, I will link my Patreon and YouTube membership options in the description. It is amazing to see how phone cameras have evolved. Even though we are not sitting in window seat, we are able to still get shots of the view and take off. We are in the air and Abigail's already getting comfortable. It is crazy to think that you can lay flat on a short flight. Let's see the toilet on this flight. Alright, so this is the bathroom looks like. You have a trash spot here. You do have the faucet here, which is automatic. And you have some stuff here. Lotion, and you have toothbrush, and then a mouth rinse. And then if you're traveling with the kids, you do have this table for changing. Let's get back to our seat. Shortly, the meal service began. On our cabin, there were 4 flight attendants taking care of us. Given that it's a full cabin, it comes out to be 7 passengers per attendant. They came around and took our orders, and all 4 of us went with the beef option. This is really impressive to see that on a 2-hour flight, there's a full meal being served in business class or even in economy class. It's amazing to see that. It's rarely in the US that you actually get served a meal like this in business class for even a 5-hour flight. So to be able to see this on this flight for Asiana is definitely a plus. Turnaround service was really fast and impressive at the same time. The meal was delicious and tasty. This flight was too short for us to be able to really provide feedback on it. However, for the short time that we spent on this flight, we were really impressed. The check-in process was excellent. The lounge lacked a lot that was made up on board. The flight attendants were attentive, friendly, and helpful. The seat was comfortable, and overall, the cabin looked new. Do we recommend this cabin or class of service? Yes. I will recommend trying this on a long route to truly experience it. And if you can score a low fare or using point redemption, that's a plus. Speaking of costs, let me tell you how we pay for this flight. We actually booked this flight directly through the city car portal as it was the cheapest option when looking around all the sites. We paid cash and the cash value was $123 per person for the business class seat. Economy seats were going for around $70, but there were limitations around baggage. So we paid a bit extra to sit and travel comfortably without worrying about baggage fees. We have arrived and will be going through immigration and custom before grabbing taxi to Incheon. If you enjoy watching this video, please hit the like button, and if you're not a subscriber, consider subscribing. Also, if you don't mind, leave a comment letting us know where you're watching this from. Thanks again, and we will see you in the next one.